think a lot has been changing in terms of politics. In 2011, when I joined the Workers' Party, I was pleasantly surprised to see a number of very high caliber candidates. Today we can see that a number of very good people have stepped up as well. And I think this speaks very well. This is the kind of democracy I wanted to see for Singapore. So after my last elections in 2020, I thought I should be retiring. And then I started writing the book, The Journey in Blue, which basically documents my journey with the Workers' Party over the decade then. And then I followed up a couple of years later with this book on the NCMP scheme, because that was the 40th anniversary of the NCMP scheme coming up. And I was also a little tired of hearing this issue coming up at every general elections to say that we do not need the opposition because we have schemes like the NCMP scheme and the NMP scheme. I also ended up writing children comics books. So this is on energy, this is on forces. And interestingly, the book is actually co-written with my wife and my son, who was an undergraduate at that time. And when he was young, he was particularly very interested in science. He was interested in reading all the funny facts from different places. And it came in very useful when writing this book because he pointed out a lot of interesting phenomena in science that we thought, hey, linked to these concepts that we are teaching about that even many of us do not know. Firstly, I'm a father of 3 and a grandfather of 3 as well. And when you have children, it's a very different thing. You start to think about how is Singapore going to be like for them, how are they going to have the kind of opportunities or be able to do well in this society, how do we want to bring them up so that they will be able to be more resilient. So that has definitely shaped how I see some of the values that I have. I've been very active in Parliament, for example, when I was at NCMP, pushing issues in early childhood as well as in education, because basically I want to have a better Singapore for my children and my children's children. I joined the Workers' Party in 2011. Actually, even before that, I was very interested in politics, but because of the nature of my job, 90% of my business from the company I founded was with the government. Naturally, you'll be worried if I join politics on the other side, what will happen? But nevertheless, I wrote very frequently to the forum pages of newspapers. I was sitting in a number of policy work groups with the government actually. And after I sold my business, I felt a burden lifted off, and then I could explore politics. And I wrote to the party. I'm thankful that they gave me an opportunity to contest in Juchet. I became an NCMP, and of course that makes my involvement in the party a lot more intense. And then I continued with the next 2 elections after Juchet got absorbed into Marine Parade. My hope for the general elections this year is that people will vote without fear, because for so long we have this concept that there's only one team that can govern Singapore, that one team will have all the monopoly of the solutions. But I've always believed that Singapore has enough talent to come up with alternatives, to challenge the ruling party. But we need that breakthrough, we need that pathway to progress. And I'm quite heartened that over the 15 years that I've been in politics, we have seen quite a lot of these changes, and people are more and more willing to vote the opposition, and there are also more and more capable people, as you can see from this round, joining the opposition. And I do hope that there will be a few more breakthroughs.